Yeah, this is Black Light, and I was looking at YouTube, and I heard this young lady say uh, that we aren't black people. Uh, we shouldn't define ourselves as black people because black, we're not the color of black. And all the ancient, it's a bunch of terminology that describe different land masses like Kemet, Egypt, Africa, uh, Kush, that use the term black to describe the landmass and the people of the land. Solomon, in the Songs of Solomon, he described himself as being black. He said, I am black, but comely. Solomon is in the Bible, and if Solomon described himself as being black, maybe black have, he said, I'm black and was kissed by the sun, you know. But let me offer this alternative meaning of black. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we came from triple darkness, triple blackness. Black, you know, is a color. I don't use that word color because crayons are color, you know, that not is not representing uh, the real color or the real hue of how we look at color, what we call color. Black, by the definition that the Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan gives, is the black is the essence of color. We had, as described by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the black man or the original man have the black germ and the black germ and the brown germ, or the dominant gene and the recessive gene. I feel like, or to my understanding, black has many connotations to it, like the rich black soil, fertile soil. The blacker the soil, the fertile the soil. Blackness can have many connotations to it. So the darker the soil, the fertile the soil. Well, that could apply to melanated people, but not necessarily, according to Francis Quest Wells, not necessarily does the darker you are means that your melanin, you have more melanin. But the darker you are, the more you are protected from the sun. the way that we're defining blackness and darkness in 2017 could take on many connotations. So, me, myself, I prefer descendants of the original Asiatic black man, or descendants of the Asiatic man. I like to call us originals, aboriginals. You know, we at one time in the nation, when my mother was in the nation back in the 40s and the 50s, they were referring to each other as originals, the originals. He was an original man or original woman and this, that, and the other, but they were emphasizing original. And I like that word because they're cloning, duplicating us now, cloning the Caucasian is actually a grafted clone, like mankind of a person, of a people, took it from the original man. So I like that word original, but I don't find nothing wrong with using black, even though we don't match up with the color black, but we are darker than the Caucasian. I prefer using the word Caucasian rather than white to describe the white man, but the Chinese call him white man, the Native Americans call him white man, and other different darker people call him the white man. So even though he's not actually white, but they call him ghost, they call him pale man, he has different names and different connotations to his name. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. By us being the oldest people on the planet, the first to use language anyway, we could call ourselves what we want to call ourselves. It's our prerogative. If we want to call ourselves nigger, it's cool. But that word nigger has a negative connotation. Even though I know brother said, it's a brother, I forgot his name, used the word nigger, that's N-A-G-A, but it's to my understanding that we didn't say nig, we wasn't using the word, the white man wasn't really using the word Negro, he was using the word necros with a C, and that means tool, a dead thing to be moved. It's unable to move by itself unless someone moves it. And that's how we acting right now. It's hard for us to do something by ourselves. A white man got to come in our neighborhood and clean the neighborhood up. And he got to do this and that and other, adopt our children, because we won't adopt them. So this is Black Light Out, saying, you know, let's not get stuck on that word black, you know, but let's try to check that Caucasian, you know, check him and the way he uses language to describe us. We don't need him to define us. We define ourselves. And let's check his ass. Black Light Out.